also rocks. Pick some really ominous music. Maybe it's a sign, I'm not sure, but welcome everybody. We are at the Mockmill fishing camp, and we're doing the old, every time I click off the screen it goes black for just a second, then when I click back on the screen it goes black for just a second. I'll get that worked out eventually, but right now I don't know how to fix it, and I've been, quite frankly, just working on some other things. So just if it goes blank for a second or two, that's why. And yeah, like I said, it'll get fixed in the next stream or two. But yeah, excited to be back here in British Columbia area. And oh boy, yeah, we're not going to be able to see much with, I keep forgetting what happens when we're on these backcountry strips in X-Plane. You get a little bit of this action. But yeah, happy to be back in X-Plane, happy to be back in the PropStrike 172 tail dragger, and happy to be back at Mockmill. And today our challenge is going to be to fly from Mockmill, which is actually doesn't have an AICO code, but in X-Plane, after you download the scenery, you can just use Mike Alpha Charlie Hotel Mock, and that'll spawn you where I am right now. But basically, we're just, we're right in this area. Maybe a little bit further around the corner, but this is the general area where we are. And here's where we're flying today. We're going to fly from Mockmill up to Bella Bella, which is there at Campbell Island. And there may be the potential for a little bit of beach work here as well. So I'm just going to map out a rough plan. We're going to head down this little inlet to, there's a Rivers Inlet Airport actually right here. We'll see if that's modeled. That'll be kind of cool. And then I do plan on coming down to here, and I actually haven't decided yet if I'm going to continue south along this little waterway, or I might actually, when I get here, if I can cut across and go through this little cutoff, might be the way I go. It's probably going to depend again on what type of sandbars and things like that I can come across. So yeah, we'll get kind of up in this range here, and you guys get the picture. We'll come up to here. We'll probably have to duck in through here and then on up. Again, I don't really have a whole lot of weather. I don't have really a whole lot of other information. I'm going to completely be doing this off of the sectional chart, and with any luck, we'll make it through here unscathed. And I guess if we hit the Pacific Ocean, we know we've gone too far, right? Yeah. So anyway, that'll be a place to start, if nothing else. And I'm hoping that our friend Downwind Sim will be able to meet us, and he's got a CSL file. We've been really working to try to make sure that all the planes are showing up on everybody's stream, and they look the way they should in terms of elevation, and they're not buried in the dirt and all that good stuff, which sometimes happens. And so hopefully he'll jump on and join us at some point. I don't know, once we get to Bella Bella we may continue flying. We might try to make our way back to Bella Coola. Yeah, we're just going to kind of mess around and see how it goes. So yeah, let me make sure. Okay, I had everything is kind of already rolling here. It started with the engine running, but that's okay. We're not going to worry too much about that. This is a very easy plane to get started, and so yeah, we'll just roll with it. Okay, again, just trying to get my bearings here, and all right. Alright, so we're going to be 2,500. We're just going to totally hand fly this and pick and choose our way. We want to depart to the west, so we're basically in the opposite direction of where we're supposed to be. I honestly have no idea what the weather is like right now, and I don't think that there's even any kind of a windsock or anything around here. I have no idea if X-Plane spawns you into the wind. I guess I could take a look here. Let me do this real quick. Give everybody a chance to get caught up here. We're spawned on runway 11. So do we have other places? Oh yeah, I guess we do. We've got a couple of places here. There's the east start. There's main ramp. All right, let's take the main ramp here. And yeah, I don't know the weather. There probably is a way to look at the weather. Oh boy, this is going to be okay. That didn't take too long. Is there a way up here to look at the weather? I'm very new, if you haven't guessed, to X-Plane, and so there probably is a way to look at the weather, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm parked here at the ramp. Is there? Hop out real quick here. See if there's any kind of a windsock anywhere. Walking around the airplane. Yeah, I'm not really seeing one. And I don't know if judging by the dirt trail, it doesn't really look like it's a crosswind. So I guess we'll just find out. I hopefully won't regret that. But now we're gonna set the flaps for takeoff. I have landing taxi light, strobe, beacon all on. I'm gonna leave the pitot heat off. Let's see. I do have an ATIS for Bella, which is a ways away, 3026. We're kind of in that neighborhood, and we're just above, 250 feet or so. That's pretty close to where we're supposed to be. So I think we're gonna just roll with that, and yeah, we'll just see what happens. So we do need to depart, like I said, to the west. So we'll get airborne, and we'll turn it around and start picking our way down this little inlet towards our first little visual VFR waypoint. There's a little airstrip down there. We're going to see if we can find that. All right, brakes are off, and wish me luck. Thrust to break free of the dirt here. I don't know if it's a little bit wet or if that's mottled, but this is a cool scenery. There's no doubt about it. Kind of the type of stuff that I like. Peek over the hood here. Yeah, we're doing okay. It's got a lot of interesting little features, but again, just your basic airstrip. Backcountry gravel strip. I think we're just about ready to go. The Mockmill Fishing Camp. Cessna. Oh boy, I forgot what. Oh hey, hello.
Turn. Isn't it to the right? Hang a U-turn there, buddy.
Sorry, I was just about ready to make a call. I didn't see you there. Alright, we'll turn to the right. I tell you what, I'm just gonna, I think I can make it. The Mockmill Fishing Camp, Charlie Golf Bravo Sierra Charlie, getting ready for a departure to the east. We'll make left traffic, VFR westbound 2,500, Mockmill.
Hey, and I see the correct plane, do you?
I'm in the yellow version, and let me get turned around here because I was obviously going the wrong way. I don't know my way around. Oh yeah, there's that beat up fishing boat that's right at the end of the runway. So let me hop out here and I'll let you know what I see. You're probably in the same livery as I am. Yes, you are. Are you also in the Bravo Golf Charlie or Bravo Charlie Sierra kind of yellow and white one?
Well, I have the green one in my neck of the woods, but I can talk to you a little bit more about the details on this. That we don't have a whole lot of options at this point with X-Pilot Client.
Okay, well, you definitely look like the correct airplane, and your elevation looks spot on. I don't know if you can see my stream or not, but whatever that little CSL mod that you shared was, that looks like it's done the trick as far as at least elevation.
Perfect. That's what I wanted to see.
All right. Well, let me real quickly. I guess I don't need to be broadcasting that for everybody here, but so we're going to be heading out here. Yeah, that's right, because the runway was facing east. We're ready to go. No air traffic control. It's just us, myself, and my friend Downwind Sim. And yeah, it is a little bit longer taxi, I guess, out here to the runway than I thought. Glad he was there to turn us in the right direction, or maybe we would have ended up lost before we even took off. Okay, we'll head out here. Get it lined up.
You know where you're going?
I'm going to make left traffic and head west up this little channel.
All right.
And we are rolling.
It's been a while since I've been here, so you're probably a little bit more familiar with the area than I am.
My second time, so I know it like the back of my hand.
Very good.
Okay, we are airborne. And Bravo Charlie Sierra, we are airborne. We'll make left traffic and head westbound VFR. Clear the area.
Okay, 8 Hotel Sierra's taking off.
Might have been smarter to make right traffic here. I think a right traffic pattern might have been a little bit smarter, but I'm committed. Alright, there's our inlet. And actually, I'm not going to probably climb. I'm probably going to keep my altitude down just in case I see a sandbar that looks interesting.
Roger. All right, 8 Hotel Sierra's making right traffic.
Let's see if we can see him. I couldn't quite see him, so...
Well, after my learnings today, I'll be interested to talk to Slant Alpha and get the inside scoop on the development of the X-Pilot Client.
Yeah, I noticed there was an update that I ran real quickly before I fired it up today, but I wonder exactly what it is.
Well, just probably more little bug fixes, but the model matching stuff, at least the way that I understand it, is somewhat limited at this point.
Well, yeah, I can understand. It's still a fairly new piece of software. Hey, Dakota Pilot finally made it. Well, you haven't missed anything. We just took off. So...
Okay, so we're headed westbound, and we're headed like north up the water channel to, or like north on the map, but up the water channel towards Bella Coola. Is that correct?
No, not quite. We're going to stay in this westbound channel, and the first waypoint is actually a little it's a little airstrip called Rivers Inlet, CUA 8, and that's the direction that we're heading. At least initially, we're heading to Bella Bella, which is further west than Bella Coola. We may circle around and go back to Bella Coola. So anyway, Dakota Pilot, yeah, you didn't miss anything. We just departed.
I think I'm looking at the map correctly now.
This is us. It's myself and Downwind Sim, who I'm hoping is behind us. But yeah, we just Mockmill fishing camp is over there, and so that's us. That's where we're off to. That's where we're heading, and we're gonna see if there's any good sandbars along the way. It's I think only about not quite an hour. We're not flying as the crow flies, as you might imagine in here. So we're gonna bob and weave our way through the inlets along the waterways, and I think it's about 100 miles total into Bella Bella at Campbell Island. And yeah, but on the way, something that Downwind Sim and myself enjoy doing is finding some sandbars or some little islands or things like that, and seeing if we can't make those backcountry landings. Get the tires a little dirty, if you know what I mean. So if you have a chance, you're going to fire things up, rock and roll, and I know you're a fellow tailwheel enthusiast, so love to have you aboard. Uh-oh, you know what? We may. I see a Canadian controller online now. Oh yeah, and were you taking the DC-3 in and out of those grass strips, Dakota Pilot? Okay, yeah, feel free, man. If you want to hop in, that's awesome. If not, I understand. Oh, so it's this is Edmonton Center that's come online. All right, well, so yeah, we're on our own here. That's cool though. I don't mind. Okay, in and out. Sorry again with the clicks and all that good stuff. There's got to be a way to fix that, I know, but for now, I just yeah, don't know how to do it. So I'm clicking back and forth again between Sky Vector and the Sim because I have to get zoomed in a little bit. But this first leg is only about 20 miles, so I'm thinking, you know, here in another 8 or 9 minutes, we should be seeing, if Rivers Inlet is modeled, we should be seeing that coming up. Now, my friend Downwind Sim, I'm sure he has the ortho scenery for the area. We have been working a little bit on that. He's actually been giving me some tutorials on how to build ortho scenery. Him and I've got another Sim and buddy named Al South MIA. They both have been kind of walking me through the process, and I had plans on trying to have the ortho built for this area, but I just didn't quite get it done. I just kind of had a little too much going on, and so that'll be something that maybe tonight, before I shut things down, I will get those tiles cooking, as they say in the business, and then maybe tomorrow morning I'll have my first batch of Canadian ortho scenery in the Sim. It's been a pretty cool process coming from a guy that is from the P3D world to come over here and start messing around and do all that hacker stuff that you X-Plane people have to do. Not much of a hacker, but I'm learning quick, and it's been pretty fun. All right, I'm seeing some beaches, but don't know that that's necessarily going to be landable. But that's the kind of stuff we're looking for. So Downwind Sim, I'm going to make a quick call here. So Downwind Sim, do you have the ortho scenery for this area right now?
I'll give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count.
So there's a possibility that you may see some sandbars that I don't, and if that's the case, feel free. I wouldn't judge you one bit if you veered off course and touched down. I'm hoping here on Sky Vector, it looks like the Rivers Inlet Airport area has potentially some areas to land, but yeah, just like I said, if you see something, rock and roll. I don't have a whole lot right now on my default scenery.
All right, roger that. we'll keep you posted. I've dropped back behind you a little bit. I had to recalibrate my yoke, and it took me a while to figure out that I was flying with one notch of flaps. I'm like, why aren't I going faster than this? So I'm gonna try to catch you.
Okay, yeah, I'm not busting along here. I'm only going about 100 knots, so I shouldn't be too hard to catch.
Okay, Roger. I'm 115 knots at this moment, and I'm on the right side of the canyon. I have visual on you. You're just up there a little ways.
Sounds good. All right, so Dakota Pilot. Those of you that don't know who he is, this is a real life DC-3. Well, actually, I should make sure that I don't get it wrong, but if I understand correctly, because we just met actually a few weeks ago, but a real life DC-3 pilot back in the day, and has a stream out there where he does quite a bit of work in the DC-3 in the X-plane world, and really I've caught one of his streams, and it's a lot of fun. I love that plane myself, and I do actually have it in X-plane. I've went and got the AeroWorks DC-3, and it's functional. I've flown a pattern with it is about all, but only the DC-3 in the sim. Okay, didn't get to fly it for real. Okay, an instructor / charter pilot. Yeah, all right. Well, that's still pretty stinking cool. So this it looks like an airstrip up ahead of us here, and unfortunately it doesn't look like beaches. These are the only beaches I'm seeing, and they're way too sloped or short to do any landings on, so we might be out of luck here, but potentially I think I'm going to do a touch and go here at Rivers Inlet. And Rivers Inlet traffic, Charlie Brolf, I probably shouldn't be saying that downwind because we're both the same thing. Yellow Cessna Taildragger on the approach from the east. We're going to just do a touch and go and depart westbound Rivers Inlet. So that was one thing that Downwind mentioned is the model matching.
Yeah, scare all the wildlife away for me, would you?
Roger that. Probably jump a moose or something, but yeah, X-Pilot, which is the X-Plane version of V-Pilot, which is a very good pilot client for BatSim. It's still in its developmental stages, and so it's got some things that it does really well, but it also has some things that it's still working on, and model matching is kind of one of those deals. But as is true, as I'm finding out in the world of X-Plane, the developer scene is very active. Toss a notch of flaps in here, and as expected, there are people that are coming up with solutions to problems such as that. And so anyway, we made some headway. We actually flew I think it was this weekend, and we had some issues with the airplanes looking correct, and again the elevation not being correct, and one airplane looked like it was half buried in the ground and wasn't the right type of airplane. And so anyway, what we saw there at the beginning is a giant leap forward. Okay, so here we go. Rivers Inlet is indeed modeled and has some trees planted in a bad spot.
Alright, Rivers Inlet traffic. Cessna 8 Hotel Sierra is just doing a 360 here at the base of the runway at about 2,000 feet. We're right over top of you, Melvin, and then we're going to do touch and go as well.
Alright, so he's over us. We're going to get over these trees.
And we have the inside as well.
We're going to drop down in, attempt a little bit of a stall style landing. that's not too bad. I see a ski jump here at the end, so how about we get ourselves going before we end up on that sucker. Although it might be kind of fun to hit it. Yeah, we're going to hit it just for fun. That sock is showing it's calm. Oh man, I'm getting lift. The Rivers Inlet, yellow Cessna tail dragger. We're clear of the runway, continuing westbound.
Okay, Cessna 8 Hotel Sierra is on short final for Rivers Inlet. And doing the same thing, touch and go and continue westbound.
So I'll go ahead and use Bravo Charlie Sierra then, because we're different call signs here, and that'll help the moose keep it straight. Who's coming in and who's leaving?
Perfect.
Ooh.
Perfect.
All right, some potential here. Some potential. Man, that almost looks kind of like it has a little too much tree. That's looking better. That is looking better. Now tell me what your sandbar situation looks like after you departed. The default had kind of some possibilities.
All right, we'll check it out. And Cessna 8 Hotel Sierra is just leaving the runway. What am I? These Skyhawks? Is that what they are?
A-firm Skyhawks.
So more appropriately, the call would be Skyhawk 8 Hotel Sierra.
Yep, I think you're right.
I am. Because it would make a difference as if I was in a citation.
Yeah.
As opposed to a Skyhawk.
Makes perfect sense. Alright, well, so now we have this next leg basically to the corner.
Well, there's not a whole lot of things down here to park it on.
Okay, yeah, like I said, my scenery, it was kind of like iffy, but if yours looked good, I would have sacrificed and tried to put it down in the trees a little bit for you.
It does look like there's a little settlement here with a boat dock and a few little roads.
Oh, very nice. Now, I didn't have that, but I've got a guy that's watching on stream that says compared to the fishery, that looked like an international airport. I have to agree with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And thanks for the host, Dakota Pilot. I appreciate that, man. I don't get that very often. But always fun when other sim pilots hang out, and it's really fun when I have actual real world pilots that hang out. And I will tell you this, that your feedback and suggestions are welcome at any time.
Skyhawk 8 Hotel Sierra is at your 6 o'clock, probably about a mile or two behind you.
Roger. We're making about 115 knots for speed, just for reference.
Roger.
So in theory now, I think that we could tune another channel to do our back-to-back, because I don't think pilots, as they're talking back and forth, are necessarily using Unicom to do so. I mean, I know when they're making their position calls and things like that they are, but that's something that maybe Dakota Pilot, maybe you could help me out with that. I mean, if you were in a situation like this in real life, would you have a different frequency tuned up that you could use to just make your basically make small talk with the other pilots in the area? Sorry about that. Again, just clicking off on Sky Vector, trying to figure out where the heck I am. I have to take a left-hand turn here. Like I said, it was only 10, 11 miles to the corner, and then we go down a little further south, and actually, well, we kind of have a little bit of a choice coming up here. There are a lot of these types of situations where you could head up and check out some, different little inlets and bays and valleys and all that stuff. I am not familiar at all with this area, so but I think there's an awful lot of interesting backcountry flying, and in fact, this will be an area that we return to quite often because I have found some fantastic scenery, and I will share that information with you here as we go. But the developer, his name is ILNINS, and he has, I think, 5 pages worth of airports that he has developed, but he must have at some point in time either lived in BC or just kind of has a thing for this area, which, I mean, how could you not? It's gorgeous. But he has created a library of backcountry airports for British Columbia, and he's offering them up for free. And so, just for the enjoyment of people like me looking for something to do after work, just to wind down. And so, anyway, I think at last count, and I haven't downloaded all of them, but at last count, I believe I have 31 airstrips that are backcountry type airstrips, either gravel or grass runways, and they're in the mountains or they're by a lake or something like that. So if you are into this kind of thing, which is definitely something I really enjoy doing, what did I say? INS ILS. Now I'm less sure about that developer name than ever, but like I say, when I'm done flying, I'll grab that, or maybe when I have a second here, I'll grab that and put it on the either on the stream chat window, or I'll maybe drop it on the description, or maybe even in the Discord link. Alright, so that could have possibly been one of our choices. And again, kind of that edgy, sort of almost looks like it could work type of sandy beach, but yeah, I don't think that we probably have many options down there. So we'll just we'll keep going this way. This will take us down and around and out towards the ocean, and then we'll turn and head back to the northwest. The weather, by the way, in Bella Bella is actually rainy, so that could pose a little bit of a different challenge for us. We'll have to see. It looks like it's getting kind of more overcast and gray the further we go this way. But alright, so Dakota Pilot saying legally for air-to-air communication between private fixed-wing aircraft, there is just one authorized frequency, 122.75. Okay. For GA helicopters, 123.025. And then okay, so that's January of 2018, so fairly recent from the AOPA notes. So yeah, you're right, close to the Unicom, just one little click over. So I'm wondering, let's make that, I'm going to call downwind, and we're going to test that and see if it's active. And downwind, I've got a quick question for you. So I'm just wanting to test out to see if we can actually use the authorized frequency for non-position report type of communication. Do you want to hop over real quickly to 122.75?
Yeah, we can try that. I'll jump over there, and if we don't get a hold of each other, come back here to 122.8. So 122.75, is that where we're going?
Affirm. Let's give it a 30 seconds here, and if not, we'll come back to 2280. See you there. All right, hopping over. Test 1212. Nope, that must not be a I'm76. What the crap? Test 1212.
Yeah, there you go. Radio check 122.75.
Awesome. So that was you maybe knew this already because you've got some real world time, but I figured there probably was a frequency where pilots that just need to communicate about things other than what you normally would communicate on the CTAF, could use, and that was what Dakota Pilot said, that according to the AOPA note from 2018, that this was the frequency authorized for that. So that's kind of cool that it's modeled in the new AVF. All right, so I just learned something right there. See, Dakota Pilot, you're already making a good impression on the channel, man. That's awesome. So I do feel like it's important to know this kind of stuff, because I know one of the big concerns was that I think folks were worried that it was going to become Unicom, since it's voice Unicom, was going to become like the team speak, and everybody was just going to be going crazy. And so yeah, so you think the Sims model all valid aviation frequencies? Well, and that could very well be, but I don't know that that's been the case before the new AVF. Maybe it was, I don't know, but all I know is that there's never been voice communication on any frequency other than a frequency that a controller was occupying up until this new system, this new AVF. So this is pretty dang awesome. Okay, downwind. So I'm feeling pretty good about where we are right now. But here in just a little bit, when we start to head back up the inlet, is where there's the potential for me to get very, very lost. So, we'll just, I guess, do the best we can, and there's not a lot of other options out here as far as landing strips. Oh, maybe he went back to Unicom. Alright, so just again kind of looking over things here, and we're going to cut it up before this island. No idea what these islands are. VATSIM had voice rooms, and yeah, so I don't know. I guess they maybe have. I've only been messing around with VATSIM for probably about 5 years. So there's some things I'm sure that could have been on, before I started to learn how to use it. And there's probably some features that were there that I didn't take advantage of. So, but I do like this setup. This is pretty nice. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing a lot of sandy, gravelly spots to land, which is a little bit of a bummer. So I apologize for that, but at least I have a little bit of consolation in the fact that Downwind Sim, who has ortho scenery for this area, is telling me that there really isn't a whole lot to mess with. So still fun to fly around, fun to check things out. What do I have? Like a little sailboat or something out here in front of me. We're going to turn and head, like I say, northwest up this channel. And we're within about, I would say 30 to 40 miles from where we need to start to make our turn. Let me show you what I'm talking about here if I can. Alright, so we are just about to here. We're going to make this turn. Like I say, estimate about 26 miles, and then we'll kind of come up here another 15. And then this is going to be the turn. This is the one you can't miss, because as you can see, there's lots of other little left-hand turns. And so if you miss this one, you're in a little bit of trouble. But you know, it's all part of the experience, honey. So I don't know what that is. What do you suppose that is? Dakota Pilot says he did sign up years ago, flew once, and got in the way, so just started up again last month. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. Kind of looks like the top of a sailboat. Yeah. What the, yeah. Oh, I guess that is what it is. Yep, you can see it rocking and rolling. Okay, have fun, buddy. Wherever you're going. We're going this way. Well, I'm glad you're back. Like I said, I enjoyed riding along with you the other day, and I can tell that you're somebody who's gonna have some good content. So I hope you continue, even if you don't stream. I hope you continue to fly and be a part of the VATSIM world, because that's what from a guy like me, who is not a pilot and am never going to be one. I mean, that's just the reality, but that's okay. That's what makes this so enjoyable, is when you have people that are on that know what they're doing, and they have time in a real airplane, and they, are still current, and they, so it's, because what I do, I'll be honest with you, is I just copycat the heck out of you guys that know what you're doing. Okay, setting my timer and looking at again 26 and 15, so a little over 40 miles at just a little over 100 miles an hour. So it'll be 25-ish minutes or so, and we'll be hopefully seeing that left-hand turn. Ooh boy, the weather's starting to close in a little bit on us. And yeah, down in Dakota, I'm with you. The streaming aspect it's a whole other element. And what I like about it is just the people that you meet. And I don't, I'm not a guy that has thousands and thousands of people that follow me, nor do I really want that. I mean, the other day I had, I think, it might have been the first time you jumped over to my channel. It was like 6 people watching me land, and it was way too much pressure. I don't want that. I don't want to be like some of those guys that have 200 people watching and just waiting for them to screw up. But I do enjoy the folks that I've met along the way, and that's been worth its weight in gold. So plan on doing some comedy where you practice landing the DC-3 and then fly the Connie. Yeah, what an awesome plane. You don't know how close I've come to picking that plane up and picking up the PMDG DC-6. I've got a weakness for those DCs, man. I've got the DC-3, of course, and I also over in P3D have the DC-8. So I do love those Douglas aircraft, man. I just got a weak spot for them. But that's the other thing I do like to do here is when I'm not chasing sandbars with my friends, I'm usually trying to fire up some piece of history and fly it from point A to point B. And I would say with moderate success. I used to say it was about a 50-50 proposition, but and if you look at my last two streams with the DC-8, that's exactly what it was, because I had a hydraulic failure when I departed Kennedy, and I ended up trying to come back around. I realized after takeoff I wasn't able to retract the flaps or the gears, and I realized I was having a hydraulic problem. But anyway, when I came back down and landed, I also didn't realize, but the hydraulics control the brakes, and so needless to say, I went right off the end of the runway. So that was 2 streams ago in the Greasy 8, but last stream was decent. I flew from San Fran to O'Hare, and it went well, and so I'm on a 1 flight streak with the DC-8. So yeah, so oh, you're saying buy it? Yeah. The DC-6 looks awesome.
Any station radio check.
I hear you 5x5.
All right, our radios kind of went flaky there for a moment, and couldn't get it to work.
I was wondering. I tried to make a quick call over there on 2275, and I thought maybe you had just come back over to Unicom. So yeah, weird.
Yeah, I ended up having to restart and seeing if that would do it, and then noticed my push to talk button had got reassigned to some button 23, whatever that is.
Oh, that's weird. Must be an X-plane thing.
Touche, my friend, touche. So which sailboat are you over? Give me a position report.
I believe I just passed I passed the area that has the 2 sailboats kind of together.
And where is that, I might ask?
Oh, I thought maybe you knew, because you sound like you were familiar with these sailboats. So I have turned to the north and am kind of following my way up that inlet. I would estimate I'm only about 10 miles up the inlet.
Okay, if you have do you have the Sky Vector chart in front of you?
Affirm.
Okay, so there's a southeast of the airfield. There is a pretty big water inlet that goes in toward the airport. I think I just passed that.
Oh, so you maybe are a little bit ahead of me then. All right, are you watching my stream at all? I will show you on Sky Vector about where I am if you are.
All right, stand by just a sec.
So yeah, anyway, Dakota, I don't mind flying out. Like I have the PMDG.
All right, go ahead whenever you're ready.
Okay, I have the PMDG 737 that I like to fly, but that's about as advanced as I get when it comes to the airliners. So okay, so downwind, I'm just kind of holding my cursor about where I am on the map right now. Like I say, I've just turned north on this little leg, and I think I'm about 10 miles up this inlet. Yeah, and I'm the same way, Dakota. I've got a DC-8 and I've got an L1011, and they are both a kick in the butt. And I do have a 737-200 also, and I think I even like that plane maybe better than the PMDG, even though the PMDG has the more modern avionics and all that good stuff. And, you know, it's, well, I'll always have a place in my heart for the PMDG too, because it's the very first.
Melvin, give me an altitude that you're at right now.
Okay, I'm at about 710 feet.
Okay, Roger. I'm at 250. I'm going to do a clearing turn to the right.
Roger. I'll keep my eyes peeled. I'll see what I can see here. But yeah, I'm.
Oh, I got you in sight. I'm probably at your 7 o'clock low.
Okay, I'll be looking for you here.
I was going to ask our stream friends, to our viewers, to help us out. Check your channel, check my channel, see what they can make out. But I found you.
All right, I don't have eyes on you, so I'm just continuing up this way here, and yeah, hopefully I'll find the correct left-hand turn to make here in just a little bit.
Yeah, so 325 is the NDB at Bella Bella. If you want to tune that guy in, I just reception just came in on him.
Ah, thank you. That'll help. Okay, so 325.
And it does nothing but say it's that way.
Yeah. Well, that's at least something. All right, 325. Let's see if I can get that figured out here. Oh boy, I'm turning. Let's make some level flight here before we do that. My wind might be picking up a little bit here. All right, 325. There's 253. All right, there's 325. ADF. See mine turning on just yet. Wait, where am I at here? That guy right there. Look at my. All right, so Bella Bella, yep, 325. And all right, well. Interesting.
And Melvin, this is Skyhawk 8 Hotel Sierra. We are level with you coming up at your 5 o'clock position. We're going to assume, try to slip into a formation just at your 4 or 5 o'clock.
Roger.
So that's just a warning to let me know if you decide you want to turn right.
Copy that. See him.
See, people go to great lengths to get on the Melvin Leroy channel.
Well, so here's the problem. I think our ex-pilot is letting us down because I cheated. I'm outside. I'm trying to find you, and I don't see you.
Yeah, I'm right behind you.
Uh-oh. Well. We may have some more bugs to work out.
Half mile?
Yeah, we may have a few more bugs to work out, I guess. Wait, I got you. I do. I have a visual on you now. Alright, so he was still just a little bit behind. He's coming up on us, though. And so we have to make an announcement should we run into him. But in the meantime, alright, issues. ADF. Why do I feel like... I don't know if Dakota, what is BFO? Alright, track based on those mountains to the left, you guys are on top of each other. Tracks, thank you. If you just joined us, you have no idea how much help I need in basically every way. All right, so I need somebody with intimate knowledge of the Cessna 172 cockpit to tell me what I'm doing wrong here. Beat
There's
frequency.
your thumbnail, buddy.
Okay. So I don't need that to tune in my ADF, right? I have ADF active right now as I'm looking at it. Would you say that's correct, Dakota? It's on. It says it's on. On, ANT, now ADF. Frequency 0325, which is what I need. And that should be the guy that comes alive, correct? Maybe short range, like 25. All right, well, it's interesting because the guy that's flying with me says, oh, the one below it. Oh, so wait a second. Okay, okay. Yeah, but I'm not getting any kind. No, that's my DME, right? Okay, okay. I'm going to get leveled off here. And third gauge, I believe. Yeah, so that's... So I know there's going to be a little bit of a... Oh, this... Yeah, that needle there. Okay, gotcha. So I am currently... Yeah, again, this is... So it's not active enough, because that guy should come alive. That guy should be telling me which way to go.
Now, Melvin, I'm just curious. Do you see like a little fishing boat off to your right?
I do. It just looks like I flew right over it.
Okay, very good. Just wondering how much the sceneries were synced up. It appears like it's pretty close.
I don't have... Okay, I don't have it set to the frequency. It says tracks 360, so... This is what I have to get set, isn't it? This is 0210 right now. That's what I need to get set. How do I access that? Oh, frequency change. Aha! There we go. There we go. See, you have to be smarter than the actual... Okay, so... Alright, so we are... So we're flying... Thank you, guys. Alright, thank you for... Again, this is what you get here. It's a little bit of a sketchy deal. Well, I was voted Twitch's 2019 sketchiest simmer of the year, so that's, you're seeing kind of why. So all right, I'm heading in the general direction and okay, I feel better about life now. Thanks for the help, guys. I appreciate that. We've been on this leg, by the way, for 15 minutes, and again, it was about a 40-ish mile leg, and we're not quite doing 120, so I'm thinking here in the next 10 minutes or so we will be making that left-hand turn. Well, okay, now Dakota pilot, I'm glad you're gonna fit right in here, because there's a lot of teachable moments. I used to be a coach, and so what I used to tell my players is the same thing I live by, and that is, if you're going to make a mistake, make a full speed mistake, and that's kind of what I do. It's just jump in, and yeah, it's the second time I've been in this area, first time into this airfield. Let's stream it. What the heck? What could go wrong? But you know what, when you screw up stuff like that and it's not working, that's when you keep fiddling with it, and that's when you reach out and ask people. And now I'll never forget that little frequency change deal right there. That's my boy. That's what I need. And so yeah, you learn under... It's scientifically proven that if you are in a stressful situation, you can learn something under stress. It'll stick with you. And so yeah, so I don't mind. It's okay. Tracks 360, thanks for stopping by. I don't know that I've seen you before, but I appreciate you popping in, man. It's we do this kind of stuff Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, and if we're not in a bush plane somewhere getting the tires dirty, I'm up in a vintage airliner like the DC-8 or the L-1011. That's actually what Dakota Pilot and I were just talking about how fun those old classic airliners are. So we'll definitely pop over. I'm assuming you probably have a channel yourself, so I'll pop over there and take a look-see, and enjoy meeting new people and learning new things from guys that know what they're doing. And as I told Dakota Pilot, feedback is encouraged. And so, yeah, don't be afraid to step up and say, hey, yeah, you're not doing that right. So here we go. This could potentially be our turn. You know, looking at the ADF, it kind of makes sense that we're heading here. And I know we gotta, this doesn't really matter, but yeah, I think that's about, I think this is a pretty safe bet. It's, the calculation is a little off, but again, Sky Vector is only an estimate, and I'm thinking we're closing in on 20 minutes of a 41 nautical mile leg. This is probably a pretty good bet that this is our turn, because after this, the map shows it kind of heading back to the northeast a little bit. Okay, we're going to take this turn, and Bella area traffic. We're going to be making a left-hand turn to this inlet here at our 9 o'clock, and seeing if this is the right direction to head to the airfield.
Follow the Yellow Brick Road, 8 Hotel Sierra.
We'll know if it's the right turn, if there is a right turn coming up, which it looks like it is. This next leg is just a little 7 nautical mile kind of stair-step deal. Oh, there's Downwind. He's kind of rocking and rolling and blowing past us here in his supercharged Skyhawk. Looks like you now are the leader of the pack, my man, so I'm going to follow you.
All right, Roger. I just came down here to look at the fishes and the meese.
Any of those shorelines look landable?
Nothing that's screaming at me just yet.
Yeah. So yeah. So anyway, Trax, thanks for popping in. Let's watch Downwind Sim fly right to the side of the mountain here.
So I'd just be curious to know, if the boat that I'm seeing in mine is the same in yours. Not sure if this is part of the Bella scenery or if this is randomly generated by X-Plane. So I'm headed straight for a fishing boat.
Okay, I'm going to follow you. I do see a boat, and yeah, so I will. When you have a sec, you can look at my stream and see what you see.
All right, Roger.
Okay. Kind of get down here a little bit. We're about 100 feet now. We don't need to get too much lower. Almost looks like it's a sunken boat or something.
Yeah, that's the same thing. That's nice. It's the same. It must be part of the Bella scenery.
Yeah, could be. That's pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna continue following this channel to the right. I've lost track of Downwind Sim. I need to get out and clean the windshield off, boy. I'll tell you what, this PropStrike mod is awesome. I mean, it's so beat up and scratched up, and the inside it's got fishing poles and a glove box that works, and some other cool stuff. Outside, of course, it just looks like it's a wreck. I mean, look at that. How can you not love that, man? That is awesome. And I'm hoping that you kind of stayed to the right here. I think that's the direction. I know you've got your ADF pointing the right way too. All right, well, so I do have Bella Bella weather. It's currently calm and cloudy, overcast at 7,500. So the rain has stopped, and that's cool. That's awesome. So all we have to do is try to find our way in here. Seeing something off our 12 o'clock here, but I don't know that that's necessarily, I guess that could be. Like I say, I have not been here before, so that does kind of correspond to where it looks like it is on Sky Vector, kind of on the left-hand side, the west side. I think we may have found something. I don't know if it's...
I spy with my little eye a cruise ship.
Okay, I was wondering. All right, yeah, I think I see the same thing. So I'm guessing we're closing in on where we need to be.
Did you bring your tourist dollars?
No, but it'd be fun to pull up the beaver on floats right up next to this bad boy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's really, they did a great job with this scenery. There's little Easter eggs like that hidden around. Lots of fun.
The ADF is telling me I'm not quite there just yet, so I need to head a little bit further up the inlet. And of course the ADF is not right on the airport. I think this... Oh,
Bella Bella traffic.
there it is.
Skyhawk 8 Hotel Sierra is going to overfly the field to the west. We'll make left traffic. Bella Bella.
Bella Bella traffic. Bravo Charlie Sierra. We are going to follow traffic inbound midfield, and then we will also make left traffic Bella Bella. There we go. There's the town. Nice little dock. There's our runway, and we do have, or did have, traffic in sight. We're a little below pattern altitude, I would say, but that's just kind of what happens sometimes to me when I get looking around, especially out here in the bush. But we'll cross here, and I think we're going to extend.
Skyhawk 8 Hotel Sierra is turning crosswind for runway 30 Bella Bella.
Bella Bella traffic, Bravo Charlie Sierra. We are on the upwind. Oh boy, I don't even know the runway. My apologies, Bella Bella.
I called it 30.
We have runway 13 and 31, it looks like, according to Sky Vector.
Pretty close. Okay, so Skyhawk 8 Hotel Sierra is on the downwind for runway 31 at Bella Bella.
Skyhawk Bravo Charlie Sierra, turning left crosswind, Bella Bella. I may have to extend my downwind just so I'm not right in his hip pocket. Okay, there we go. We got got this little hillside here to deal with, so I'm not going to go too far on the crosswind.
Bella Bella traffic. Skyhawk 8, Hotel Sierra, turning base, runway 31, Bella Bella.
Bella Bella traffic, Skyhawk, Bravo, Charlie, Sierra. On the left downwind for runway 31, Bella Bella. My radio calls, they need work.
Looks like somebody's been able to join us here at Bella Bella. We got some more traffic.
Heck yeah. You gotta love
Bella
that.
Bella traffic. Skyhawk 8 Hotel Sierra is on final for runway 31, Bella Bella.
We're gonna have to fly, I think, to somewhere else here.
And Melvin, you might want to extend your downwind here. It looks like it's a back taxi situation.
Roger. Alright, so we'll take her out here. We'll actually take an opportunity here to... We should have been down at flaps range here. That's my fault. There we go. We get ourselves into the white arc. Toss in a notch of flaps. Get the speed down, especially if we have somebody on the back taxi. We'll just kind of extend. We'll actually just extend out here past the harbor, and that'll give us plenty of time to assess as we come around here.
And Bella Bella traffic. Skyhawk 8 Hotel Sierra is back taxiing, and we are now clear of runway 31, Bella Bella.
Bella Bella traffic, Bravo Charlie Sierra. On the left base runway 31, Bella Bella. Maybe a little slow. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so we'll give him a chance to kind of clear out. Nice and slow and easy. Yep, I think I see what he's talking about. So he's not clear of the runway, so I'm going to go ahead and just extend past. Bella Bella traffic, Skyhawk, Bravo Charlie Sierra. We're going to extend our base leg and make a right-hand 360 to intercept runway 31, Bella Bella. You could get lined up and just kind of put the pressure on him. Because the one thing that tail draggers are very good at is taxiing fast, right? Right. So yes, totally incorrect procedure going on right here. I don't think this is what you do. I think I should have extended my downwind a little further until I heard that he was clear, but I didn't realize I was that close to the runway. Bella Bella traffic, Skyhawk, Bravo, Charlie, Sierra, 5 mile final, runway 31, Bella Bella. Okay, well, you know, I'm not great at landing on the gravel strips. Let's see what happens when we actually have a paved strip. May not be. I thought he said he was back taxiing. I don't.
So as you're landing that thing, hold it off as long as you possibly can. And no bounces is the goal.
No bounces is the goal, he says. How does he think I got my name? 3 bounce Melvin. Angle of attack indicator is your friend. Oh, it's an uphill kind of landing deal, maybe? Weird. Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
Looking great.
A little bit long, but yeah, a little uphill. Alright, we're down. I do think we did bounce it. Oh, and now we're getting funky. Yeah, don't ground loop. Alright, well, got a little bit crooked there, but and a little bit of a bounce. Oh boy, don't do that. I keep forgetting this is not a tricycle gear. Bella Bella traffic, Skyhawk, Bravo, Charlie, Sierra. We're back taxiing runway 31. Bella Bella. Oh, yeah, that's a really weird kind of slope.
So somebody's joined us up here, Melvin. Is it one of your viewers?
I'm not sure. I'll ask. So yeah, anybody from the Twitch stream? Tail draggers don't like the brakes. Yeah, you try to use the aerodynamic braking as much as you can, right? But now I'm going downhill and I'm picking up all kinds of speed. Oh, I gotta make this turn. Alright. So Dakota Pilot or Trax 360? Are one of you guys here at Bella Bella waiting to do some flying with us? Aerodynamic brakes, yep. Do not include PropStrikes. Noted. I'm going to add that to the checklist. Yep, there we go. We have somebody. Very cool. Very cool. Looks like. So I don't know. Is this? So this is kind of the situation that we had when we were having the CSL problem with the person that looked buried in the sand. Now I'm assuming that this plane here, that's got to be a static aircraft. Is that a Husky or is that, no, that's some kind of a Super Cub maybe, huh? Yep, I'm not sure what if that's one of the guys that's watching, or maybe they're just not talking, but and so the one guy is named Dakota Pilot, and he said, did you set up the offsets for the CSL? I didn't, but Downwind Sim, the other guy that was flying that you're hearing, he is the one that actually set up or shared with me the file that has the CSL models that we're using right now, which again I think look pretty good. There he is. And as I look at his plane, had to do it for X-plane. Oh yeah. So all I'm noticing here is his tail does look like it's
Bella Bella traffic. Perhaps if you read your Twitch chat, you'd have your answers.
Oh no, did I miss somebody? I missed somebody. Well, I'm too busy trying to do a ground loop there. Alright, where did I what oh, Trax 3. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Jeez. I'm all over the place. I can't do one thing at a time. Alright, so.
Alright, it's Trax 360.
Yes.
Sorry, buddy. Piper Comanche 250. Okay. Yeah, when I get out of the cockpit in VR, I can't see my Twitch chat anymore because I'm outside the cockpit, so I don't see it. Sorry about that.
I'm glad I just wasn't me missing it because I don't see it on mine. So it's on. All right, it's on. It was on Downwind. So I'm proposing.
And so, do you guys file a flight plan for this?
I generally don't. I just punch in VFR and the departure and destination are usually the same because we end up just messing around, a lot, destination Sanborn number 5, and that sort of thing.
Oh, hey, hello. So I'm proposing a quick trip from Bella Bella back into Bella Coola, if you guys are up for it.
I'm game.
What's the ICAO for Bella Coola?
Charlie Yankee Bravo Delta. Alright, so let's do some...
I'll warn you now, my VATSIM experience is practically zero. That's the part that I'm trying to learn, so bear with me.
You're going to fit right in with us, man. So this is going to be...
Yeah, the biggest thing is just position reports where you are in the pattern. That's probably the biggest thing. And like I said, there's no pressure here. Just come along and have some fun.
Okay, so gentlemen, here's so I'm just gonna kind of talk it through on my stream, and you guys let me know what you think, and we can modify as we go. So here we are, Bella Bella. We have, we could, if we wanted to do a waterway departure, we could kind of fly up around here. If we wanted to just kind of depart to the north, we could just turn and kind of come over the top and try to pick up this waterway here. I'm not really seeing any major... I guess we could come up here and see if we could find... How about we go try to find Ocean Falls initially, and then...
Yeah, Ocean Falls sounds good. Let's try to do that.
And then I propose that we... Let me zoom out a little bit here. This is really this is a nice waterway. So we could go to Cathedral. So we have... Wait a second. Ocean Falls. We already have. What is this little... What is this? Cathedral Point.
Okay, so let's set a...
Oh, I'm listening.
That's a weather station.
Oh, so
let's
that's...
so let's do that ocean thing and then jump back down into that waterway that runs out to the north, and then it makes a dogleg L to the right.
So okay. So you're talking about going north from Ocean Falls, and then I see what you mean. Let me draw it and tell me if I'm on the right track. So we're gonna get rid of that. I think I see what he's talking about.
No, I'd say stay south from after Ocean Falls. Stay south into that waterway, and then just go straight up that waterway to the northeast, and then take the waterway to the southeast back into Bella Coola area.
Something like that.
That looks great, Melvin Leroy.
Okay, so I posted that on my Discord. By the way, thanks for the follow, Trax360. Appreciate it, man. I posted that, not on the Discord, on the stream chat. If you want to pop that into your Sky Vector, just so we have matching routes here, and then yeah, that looks like fun. So we're just going to kind of does Ocean Falls have any kind of an ADF? Doesn't look like it. We're just going to have to use our backcountry navigating skills, aren't we?
That's right. So let's take off from here and go like straight to the right and run up that waterway, and then we'll just jump out into the main waterway up to Ocean Falls.
I like that plan. All right, so Dakota Pilot, you see what we got here. We're gonna I'll repost here real quick. With this includes the there you go. That includes all of the, including the initial point. So it's calm. We honestly we could depart. I don't think it matters. We could depart to the south and hit that ski jump. But okay, so I like that. I like that plan a lot. I think that looks good. All right. Bella Bella traffic. Skylane Bravo Charlie Sierra. Back taxi. Runway 13. Bella Bella. All right. I did such a poor job taxiing last time. Let's see if I can make up for it here. Oh jeez. There we go. Usually tapping the brakes like that takes the parking brake off, but all right. Yeah, jeez. Already not off to a very good start. Oh, that windsock's almost favoring. Jeez, that windsock's almost favoring a north. Bella Bella traffic, Cessna Bravo Charlie Sierra. Change of plans. Looks like the windsock is maybe favoring a departure to the northwest. So I'm going to take runway 31 here at I believe it's Bravo for the departure. We'll make a right crosswind departure from the area. Alright, I don't know. Let's set the flaps. Let's make sure the trim wheel is where it needs to be, right there. And here we go. I don't think the wind is much, regardless, so yeah, we're not having too much of a breeze here, so this probably wouldn't have mattered either way. Alright, we're up. Bella traffic, Skyhawk Bravo Charlie Sierra, making a right crosswind and departing the area to the east, Bella Bella. Okay, so we have pretty much due, well, like it's 079er as I'm looking at my sky vector. We've got a waterway, yeah, it's just right out here. Yeah, kind of in there-ish. Flap up, and okay, this is where we want to go. This will take us out to the larger body of water, and then we'll hang a left, and then we'll head up, see if we can't find Ocean Falls. Happy to have Trax 360 along with us. It's a lot more fun. So Trax, by the way, you...
Bella Bella traffic. Skyhawk 8 Hotel Sierra. Takeoff runway 31. Bella Bella.
You might want to free up your calendar. November 18th, we're organizing our first annual monthly backcountry fly-in. And I think we've got 4 or 5 guys that are going to join us, and we're going to actually just do something like this. We've got some scenery picked out here and there. Downwind Sim actually has been working on some stuff in Idaho, and I think that's where we're going to start. But yeah, we're just going to get together and fly around the hills somewhere and have some fun. So November 18th is the first one, and then we're going to try to going to see if we can maybe make a monthly event out of it. And so the more the merrier. And if you
Bella Traffic, Skyhawk 8 Hotel Sierra is going to be making right traffic at runway 31 for Bella Bella. Tracks, let me know when you get off. We'll just kind of hang out here till you get going.
Is that an airfield over there?
Bella Bella Traffic, Comanche, Victor Charlie Foxtrot, departing runway 31. Bella Bella.
We've got an airfield over here. What the heck is this? This looks like a scenery add-on airport. I'm just gonna fly over the top of it here and see Denny Island. Yeah, I don't know that it might just be one of the default airports, but yeah, that's pretty cool actually. Little paved strip. Not much else going on. Has a building, but that's kind of cool.
Melvin, you got a position report for us?
Yes, I just did a little bit of a right-hand detour to go check out. It looks like there's a little Denny Island airport, and so I just overflew that. But now I'm eastbound, heading to the main little inlet where we turn north to go to Ocean Falls.
All right, Roger. We're looking for you.
I'm going kind of fast here. I need to back off the...
Bella Bella Traffic, Comanche, Charlie, Victor Charlie Foxtrot, heading north. Bella Bella Traffic.
All right, so... Bella Bella Traffic, Skyhawk Bravo Charlie Sierra. When I get to the main waterway, I'm going to go ahead and just make a left-hand 360 and get eyes on the rest of the traffic here. Try to get the group together a little bit. Alright, I'm just about to where we need to be. That was kind of cool. It looks like there's actually two.
Alright, Roger. And 8 Hotel Sierra is flying over the marina and also just coming over the top of Denny Island Airport.
Okay, yeah.
Headed on about a 100-degree heading at 1,000 feet. 8 Hotel Sierra.
That's our heading. Alright, Dakota Pilot, we'll see you here in just a little bit, man.
It looks like there's one house at Denny Island and one plane.
Yeah, that's a kind of a cool looking little default airport. Okay, I'm at the main water inlet here. I'm just going to enter a left-hand holding pattern at 1,000 feet and let you guys kind of get back up into formation.
All right, Roger. I do not have visual on you yet, but we'll be looking.
Okay, so...
Where's my TCAS when I need it?
Yeah, no doubt. It's in the glove box.
No, there's something else in there.
Okay, I'm beginning my left-hand 360 holding pattern at 1,000 feet. This next leg, by the way, is approximately 14 miles, and that should take us to the Ocean Falls airstrip. Kind of excited to see what that looks like. My typical uncoordinated turn. Good practice for me to do this. Keeping our eyes peeled for traffic, which should be right out there somewhere. I'm not seeing anything just yet. Let's make another turn. Really, truly, this is not your appropriate holding pattern. I should be flying for a minute or so on the upwind and the downwind leg, but I'm just trying to hang tight and let
And
those
I'm
guys.
currently passing over Denny Island Airport.
Very good. Very good.
Heading southeast.
And tracks, I can hear you. That's kind of cool. So we have to stay, if I understand correctly, within 15 miles of each other for the Unicom frequency to work.
Copy that.
Skyhawk Hotel Sierra has visual on Bravo Charlie Sierra.
Roger.
We're at 1500, so we're above you, and we're pulling in on your 6 o'clock at the moment.
Afer. No.
So tracks, if you just keep heading eastbound off of the airport, heading of about 90 or 100 degrees, we're just out here circling the water.
Copy that.
One thing I haven't checked here. Fuel quantity. Do you see what I see? I'm dangerously low on fuel. Holy cow. And I may have to stop at Ocean Falls and break out one of my fuel tanks I've stashed there, by the way.
All right, no problem. How'd you do on the landing? The VATSIM interpretation of it was a little rough.
It was a bouncer, yeah, and then I slid a little bit, so it was not good.
Okay. Oh, you see this big log barge down here that we're circling?
No, I have to look on the next pass. Alright, Trax 360 ought to be getting to us probably on the next go around. There's a log barge out here. I'm not seeing.
Comanche, Victor Charlie Foxtrot, getting a bolt in sight.
Okay, I'm going to continue the left-hand turn and then head northeast up this waterway, probably about 010, and I'll be roughly 1,000 feet.
All right, Roger. I have visual on you, so when you make your turn to the north, and I'll slip in behind you.
Roger. Okay, so this is where we want to go, right up here. I've lost a little altitude there, so yeah. And me in those turns, I'll tell you what, you wouldn't think it'd be so hard to make a coordinated turn, but for the life of me, I would fail every one of my check rides.
Trax, if you want to go ahead and follow Melvin, and I'll follow you.
That's okay. I'm behind you right now, so I'll just follow you.
I'm just going right over the top of you right now. Go right underneath me. So I have visual on both of you guys now, so everybody's looking good. I'll bring up the tail.
And can you guys confirm your airspeeds?
110 knots for me. $110 for me, just in case I stepped on downwind.
Copy, 110. Trax, are you streaming this? Can we go back and watch this from your point of view?
No, I'm not streaming, sorry.
All right.
It's probably better that way. The world doesn't need to see more visual or video proof of my poor landing skills.
It's okay, I also don't want a record of my total disregard for proper VATSIM protocol.
Wait, there's protocol? Alright, so one thing I do need to look at here is...
We're going to have VATSIM Brass with us before too long.
VATSIM loves me.
Oh, this probably would have helped a whole bunch. I also didn't set altimeter before I departed. I get that from one of you.
I'm level with you, and I'm showing 1,800 right now. I'm sorry, 800, not 18. 800.
Bella Bella is 3025, if that helps.
I'll just set that thing.
And that,
Yep, that's even better. Thank you.
that little click glitch is driving me nuts. I got to get that figured out. So yeah, I needed to set the altimeter too. I'm glad you mentioned that because I'm actually at 1200, and so which is okay because I think we need to make a little bit of need to gain some elevation to get up to this Ocean Falls. And I'm not sure how much elevation we're going to need for Ocean Falls, but I'm going to just start to climb up to about 2,500. Again, this is only a 14 nautical mile lake, so you know we're looking at kind of that 7-minute-ish range, which is only about another 5 minutes for us. So I don't know, just kind of looking at it, it's going to be interesting. Sure doesn't look like there's anything up there. Maybe there's something right in here. Looks like we have to go in there just a ways. Maybe it's back in here somewhere. We're just not seeing it. I don't have a lot of time to mess around because I'm pretty low on fuel. I'm down to like 5 gallons per tank. And it's a little bit of a haul. It's 70 miles from Bella Bella to Bella Coola. So, you know, I'm going to have to be thinking a little bit about that as I progress. I could call in the Hercules and do a mid-air refueling if I needed to. Mid-air, yeah, that's what Dakota. It's easier in real life. We're thinking along the same lines, man. I like that. All right, so boy, oh boy. Keep your eyes peeled because we should be coming up. If there's, is that it? Is that potentially it right there? Boy, it kind of looks like maybe. I don't know. Then there's maybe something over here too. I don't know. Shoot. could be interesting. Yeah, and I mean, I could do that, and if I have to, I will. It's not a big deal. Although it is interesting, is maybe it's noteworthy that I have run this plane out of fuel once before. I just have so much fun messing around with it that forget to fuel up. I did successfully land, by the way. And actually, it was one of my better landings. I landed kind of on a hillside right next to the airport, like less than a mile. Yeah, log at this glider time. I like the way you put a positive spin on things, Dakota Pilot. You know, some of my friends on this stream have a tendency to look at things in more of a glass half empty way. So you're like a breath of fresh air, buddy. Yeah, I'm not seeing maybe I should just try to go land on top of that hill. Could I do it? And I'm going to do a flyover of the top of this mountain here. Looks kind of flat and kind of interesting, and maybe a potential for an off airstrip landing. So I don't know if you see me. I'm making a left-hand turn and climbing. I'm a little over. I'll be probably around 3,000 feet by the time it's all said and done. I don't know if they heard that. Is it landable? Boy, I think it might be. Let's just take a low pass. Man, that is, that's steep, isn't it? Holy cow. And then it's pretty much, yeah, dropping right off. Yeah, alright, that's a no-go. And top of the mountain landing strip is a no-go.
All right, well, that's a challenge for me. I think I might be able to make it.
Okay, I'm going to enter a right-hand holding pattern and try to get a visual on this approach. His scenery must look a lot different than I can't afford to be doing this.
Okay, that was weird. You're so close to me, I heard your flaps going down.
That's real world immersion right there, boys.
All right, so top of the mountain traffic. I am on a downwind leg that's about 180 degrees. I'm flying back out over the water, and then we'll do a 180 and come back and land on the uphill side.
Just to confirm, are you coming in from the water side or from the opposite side of that?
Coming northbound from the water side is the final approach course.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attempt that same approach. I'm making a base turn, top of the mountain traffic.
All right, jump over to my stream here real quick if you want to see it.
Ah, crud. I have it loaded up. Dang it. Now I've lost my... Which one is it? It's that one right there. Top of the mountain traffic. I'm turning final.
light touch and a go off the other end. So we're still airborne and headed northbound on the upwind leg, 8 Hotel Sierra.
I'm way too fast. I'm way too fast. I got too much altitude here. His scenery looks different. Yeah, he's got the ortho. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be the thing I can do. I'm just too fast. Yeah. That's just not doable. Yeah, top of the mountain traffic, Bravo, Charlie, Sierra, there's just no way with my scenery. It's just too steep. I'm just about out of fuel, so I'm going to resume heading northbound, and prayers appreciated if we can find Ocean Falls or whatever that is.
Tracks, you just flew right over me. I'm making like a right base leg for that. If you're on the approach for the top of the mountain, I'm making a right base and now right final for top of the mountain. I'm falling in behind you guys.
I'll meet you guys at Ocean Falls.
Roger.
That's assuming I can find it. I think that's it. Yeah, this would be when the real life panic would start to set in. You'd be thinking to yourself, alright, now where could I put down? Yeah, my timer is all off, completely off. I think my heading is off too.
I'm actually going to have to disconnect, guys.
Aw, dang it. Well, sorry to hear that, man, but thanks for joining us, even if it was just for a little bit.
Yeah, Roger. Thanks for ducking in. I appreciate it, and you're welcome anytime. Come join us.
All right, so I'm just totally guessing that we're on this side of the mountain, and if we're not on this side of the mountain, I think I'm just going to try to turn and head direct Melacoola. I just have no idea. It could be up on one of these ridge lines. It could be down in the valley. I'm going to go up this valley a little ways, and if it's not in here, then I don't know that I have enough fuel to make it into Bella Coola, so it's not looking good, guys. Not seeing anything there. Let's hop over one more ridge line. And downwind, I'm not really seeing this airfield, but again, with all the work trying to get into that top of the mountain, I kind of got a little disoriented. I think I may just turn back to the southeast and try to pick up that waterway again. I just don't have enough fuel to mess around too long over here.
All right, Roger. I'm looking for the airfield. I went up the wrong pass here, and I'm kind of trying to. Oh, you know what? It might be. Stand by. Do a 180 where you're at.
Okay, I'm turning to 180.
It's down here somewhere. Do you have a visual on my location?
Negative. your window, though.
Okay, so you're flying back out of that canyon, right?
Correct. I'm westbound now, and I'm heading back essentially towards that top of the mountain area.
Okay, I see your call sign. So I'm at 600 feet, or yeah, 600. I'm not very high.
Okay, I see the lake, and where I thought it would be, it looks like it's on the north side of this little dog leg right, but man, I didn't have any luck. I'm kind of maybe seeing an area though that has a possibility. Would that be it? Oh, I have the airfield in sight.
Okay, Roger.
And Ocean Falls traffic, Bravo Charlie Sierra, we are on a right downwind for be a north approach, Ocean Falls. I have no idea what the runway is, but I'm guessing it's kind of a north-south configuration. All right, oh, that's a good find, because like I say, I'm pretty low on fuel. Yeah, I'm glad he told me to turn around. All right, there's a notch of flaps. Ocean Falls traffic, Skyhawk, Charlie Bravo Sierra, turning right base, north approach, Ocean Falls.
So is the field up on top of the mountain, or is it in a valley?
It's right by the lake, so come on down and just keep following the lake, and you'll see where the lake kind of dog legs to the right. It's tucked right in that corner, right on the west side.
Okay, I see where you are now. Thank you.
Ocean Falls traffic, Skyhawk, Charlie Bravo Sierra. We're on the final north approach, Ocean Falls. Let's not get too slow here. This is an interesting little approach. Maybe it's supposed to come in the other way.
I don't know where you're landed.
You just flew, you're on the downwind right now. It's off to your right, actually be behind you by now. Oh man, it's a wicked looking runway. Oh my lord, is this even doable? Wow. Wow. Oh, there's a tree. Yeah, I'm gonna be in the... be in the lake. I'm in the lake. Am I hydroplaning? Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I guess that is the runway. I can't land there.
I'm hydroplaning.
Or is that a road?
It might have been up. It looks like a runway to me, but it might have been part of a road because it was super slanted, and I mean, it basically tossed me right into the lake. So, all right, I am going to. So I am eastbound right now. I'm going to attempt to climb out of here and head towards Bella Coola.
All right, Roger. Let me know when you're off the ground.
I am off the ground and heading right now 090, climbing 250 feet.
All right, so I'm circling to the right and in this little inlet here, and I'm looking on the map, and it seems like the airport is actually up into that valley a little bit. So I'm gonna explore that just a second.
All right, I'm pulling up the map. I'll take a look and see what you're seeing. actually don't even see anything on my...
So, like right where you landed, if you go left up into that valley, is what I'm guessing the map is showing.
And interestingly enough, I don't have anything on my map. I actually, what I have is something called Zulu Oscar Foxtrot, and it's showing it as a seaplane base. I don't even have the Ocean Falls on my X-plane map, so I'm just gonna keep rocking it down back to that main waterway that takes me down to Bella Coola.
Yeah, okay. It probably is a seaplane base then.
Yeah, that explains
You bring your floats.
No, but I wanted to know if I don't think it's modeled, and it's not like, you know, I was hydroplaning, but it kind of sort of looked like it a little bit. If you kind of closed your eyes and used your imagination, you could almost picture Melvin Leroy hydroplaning his Cessna 172.
I can see it with my one good eye.
I can picture it in my mind, Clark, and it's beautiful. Mrs. Trax came home, Trax 360. So that I must assume that means that it's time for.
All right, last one to Bella Coola is a rotten egg.
Time for a little wife time, and that is
Did you
highly
get some fuel.
negative. We're gonna. I know this car, honey. We'll make it. So Trax, that is highly encouraged
Oh boy,
on the Melvin Leroy channel.
we're not lost. I know
Wife time
exactly where we are.
and mom time. What's up, Mom? Speaking of Mom.
Yeah, Al South's here. Welcome, Al South.
Cool, man. I'm glad. Yeah, hello, Al South. So, alright, we're back in what I hope is the main channel here, and actually, no, it's not. This is so I think I'm on the channel that's like the dog leg channel here, but I don't think I'm going to attempt to cross. Well, I guess I could cross over into the, gosh, maybe that is the dog leg. Do you have a visual on me?
Not yet.
Okay.
We just left Ocean Falls.
I am,
And we're headed southbound down the other water channel. Like if you're looking on the map, there's a water channel that runs south. It's to the east of the one that we flew up. I'm heading down that way.
okay, yeah, I think I actually just went past that, so I'm turning around. I'm going to go catch that same one, and I think that'll take me to the place I need to be to get to Bella Coola. Yep, I think that was the one we needed to get.
See, it's easy to get lost up here, isn't it?
Oh boy. We're not lost. We know exactly where we are.
I know this car, honey.
Alright, so this is, we're actually turning, wait a minute, we don't want to be going northwest. No. No. Wait a second. Where am I going? We heading back the wrong way? We might be heading back the wrong way. I think we are. We're heading west now, which is back towards where that top of the mountain place was, and holy cow, I am lost. Alright. I've somehow managed to get myself turning west, so I'm gonna do a left hand 180 and resume an easterly heading. Yeah, it's crazy how fast I think you can get turned around, especially if you're like me and you don't really know know where you're going. So I think I am in.
And I have made it out to the channel that runs east and west, but the one that's the channel that's to the north of the one that runs up into Bella Coola.
Right, I think that's where I'm in right now. And I turned, when I said I missed the turn, I actually turned and started heading back to the west. So I think I'm on the right track now. Here's where I think I am. I think I'm right here. And I think what I did was I was coming down this way somehow, and then I thought that this was the turn I needed to go on, and then I realized I was going west about here, so I'm turned back around and I'm going to pick up this guy, and yeah, that's the plan anyway. Until I run out of water, which that wouldn't be good. Do I have my flaps? Yeah, flaps are up. Don't need to be burning that much fuel. So if this runs out, then that kind of running to Vastly, you are following him now. Well, he knows where he's going, Drax, so that's a good thing. So you could be my Vancouver center here and be vectoring me if you wanted to. Worst comes to worst, I'll fly up a little higher and just get my bearings. But I'm hoping this doesn't actually just completely run out of water, because that would mean I'm in a place that I'm not thinking I actually am. And this looks like it's rut-row. Bat spy.
And Melvin, I'll go up to the dog leg that heads south down to the Bella Coola channel, and I will hold there.
Roger. I am actually, I think I'm in a different little corridor here, and so I am just kind of weaving my way to the southeast, and I know that at some point I'll intercept that major waterway that takes me to Bella Coola. But I took a left at Albuquerque, I think, or I should have taken a left at Albuquerque and didn't. Alright, well, this is all part of the fun.
Right,
so this is the drama and the excitement of the channel, because not only am I a little bit lost, but I'm also extremely low on fuel. Yeah, there you go. Ba-ba-boom, ba-ba-boom. But I think this is what we need. And so,
if you still have that NDB tuned in, you can get a relative bearing off of that.
Yep, I'm somewhat east of the field.
That's how precise of you.
Okay, so I have hit what I believe to be the main east-west channel that will lead me to Bella Coola, and I will be looking for you as well. But I definitely did not follow that dogleg, that waterway dogleg. So I think I'm actually dropping in a little bit east of your position. So I'll have my eyes on. I'm at 1,500 feet.
Okay, Roger. And just so that you know, I'm in the channel that's north of the channel that runs up into Bella Coola.
Roger. And I actually think I see that just off my left side right now. So I'm entering that final stretch basically that heads me, I hope, towards Bella Coola. So I'll be off of your, probably off of your 1 o'clock.
Okay, Roger.
Alright, well, if nothing else, we're going east. And, yeah, if this is the right direction, what we should run into is this. Let me show you. Sorry about the blanking out, pain in the butt. So I think we are right here now. I think we actually crested the mountain kind of over here, and we're zipping up right now, and then we're in this channel. So we should see I'm thinking that this waterway here is this actual dogleg that we thought we were coming down. We should see a right hand, a pretty major waterway.
Al South says, I'm sure that I'm not sure where he is.
Exactly. But then we'll really know where we're going if we start to see
Where's
this.
our buddy Slant Alpha when you need him?
Right? I agree.
He's going to be looking for his VOR, and we're going to have to share the bad news with him that those things aren't around here.
So when this lake kind of turns into a stream, then we know we're
And
getting
I have
close.
lost reception of the Bella Bella NDB.
All right, so you maybe are further east than I am because I still have that tuned in. So, yeah, I may still be behind you. All right, so we have a decision to make here. This could be that right-hand turn that I was talking
All
about.
right, and when I get up to this southeast corridor, I'm going to just do a 360 just to see if I see you anywhere.
Okay, I'm right now just flying past kind of the last little fork in the road, basically, where the water splits and runs. One little channel kind of runs off to the south. I think I'm flying right past that little Y, and so I'm going to stay left, and hopefully that's heading me towards Bellacoola.
Okay, gotcha. Well, if you still have the NDB, well, just cross-check yourself.
Before I wreck myself?
It's hard for me to come after and find you if I don't know where you are.
All right, so look at my stream real quick, and I'll put my cursor where I think I am. I know there's a little bit of a delay, but here's my cursor. And it looks like that's turning into a river, so I think we're on the right track here, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder if I can get weather for Bellacoola. CYBD Bellacoola. Yes, I can. Winds from the north at only 2 knots. So no worries. We're just going to bring it in straight in. And I believe I'm on the right track here. My lake is turning into a river. I think I'm probably within hopefully about 5 miles of Bellacoola.
All right, Roger. Your radio signal's getting weaker, so.
Yep, yours too. So we're flying opposite directions apparently.
What's your current heading?
090.
Roger.
Were you able to see on my stream where I believe I am?
Yeah, let me. I did not catch that. Hold on. If you can do it again, let me look at it. Go ahead and do it now. Okay, Roger.
All right. So if it's right, I don't know that it is, but it's looking right. We should be coming in, and we could probably make a straight in to Bellacoola. It should just be right around this corner. Not a moment to spare with my fuel tanks here, but man, if we could pull this off, that would be pretty awesome. Oh, little pause. Hopefully that's a pause to load scenery in. Too low and too slow quite yet, because it's not beyond the realm of possibility that I'm not in the right spot. But you don't know until you get there, I guess.
And you've lost the 325 NGB.
Affirm. Yep, I think this looks like our spot. If not, I'm going to have to find a sandbar and spend the night. Okay, we get around this corner and we should see it. That's not good, boys and girls. I don't know. We may be in the wrong area. We should have an airport. Unless that's it on the hillside right there. Oh boy. Yep, I'm still kind of heading in that easterly direction, but yeah, I don't know, guys. It's not looking good for the home team right here. This doesn't look near big enough. Yeah, the Bella Coola Airport's a fairly good-sized airfield. It's a paved runway and the whole works, so it's not just some little bush strip. Probably too far away for probably got past where I can communicate. And downwind sim, I was wondering if you still have me.
Still got you a little scratchy, but still okay.
Well, I'm feeling less and less good about this valley. Based on where I thought it was, I should have already passed the airfield, so I may have to reevaluate my priorities here.
Okay, and uh-oh.
I'm continuing to follow, though. I do have a little river here, so and that I'm hoping that river will lead me to the airfield. But if I don't see it here in the next 5 minutes or so, I think I'm going to turn back around and back out to the east and see if I can maybe reconnect with you. And we'll find a sandbar to camp out the night at.
I'll try to bring you some fuel.
Well, yeah, this is not looking.
So the mountaintops are only I don't know, if 3,000 to 4,000 feet in this area. Some of them.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. So I don't think I've kind of lost my river here, and so I think what I'm going to do is I will turn back around. I'm now currently heading 060, so I'm going to turn back around to the west, and I'm going to climb up and see if I can't get a bird's eye view. We are not in the right place, my friends. Darn it. Just when I thought I was going to be able to pull it off. Alright, well, that's disheartening.
Alright, in my position report, I am 95% sure I am at the intersection of the water channel that goes, if I go easterly, I end up at Bella Coola, and if I go southerly, I end up at Lochmel Fisheries. I'm at that water fork in the road.
Okay, I'm heading back that direction, and I'll see if I can coordinate with your. Or what's your altitude?
I'm at 3,300 right now.
Okay, I'm climbing up there. See if I can't find you here. I'll be there probably 5-10 minutes.
All right, Roger.
Okay, well, Dakota Pilot, Trax 360. Any thoughts, suggestions? I mean, when you're lost, right? You've got two things you can do when you're lost. Number one, you follow water downhill. Number two, you turn around and go back to where you weren't lost. I don't know if I can make it all the way back to Bella Bella. That's the last place that I wasn't lost. We'll get it figured out here. We'll get out here. We'll find our major waterway. We'll see. I head back to the channel. That's what I'm going to do. And man, for the life of me, and I could bring up the map, Dakota Pilot. It's so tempting. I just don't. I don't want to if I don't have to, but I might have to. And yeah, if I have to, I have to. I mean, I do have to go to work tomorrow after all, so I can't be up here all night long, much as I'd like to be. Alright, so yeah, just looking around just in case. There's our channel. We're back to the waterway. Yeah, your VFR section. I know it is, but you wouldn't have that in this plane, right? I mean, yeah, I know everybody nowadays has their iPad strapped to their knee with ForeFlight, and it's yeah. It can take me right to where I want to go. I know. So 3,500. We are heading back. Like I say, there's kind of hard to see. It's a little bit hazy, but there's our major waterway. Where else? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I've got this sectional chart that I'm looking at, and I thought I was right here. I really truly did. So now I got to figure out where else I could have gone, where the major lake turned into a river. I mean, I don't know, unless I ended up in here, but I was going east. That's the thing I don't know. So I am looking at that.
Skyhawk 8 Hotel Sierra has a confirmed position. We're at the end of the water inlet, and just at the entrance to where the river runs down to meet the water on the valley on the way into Bella Coola.
Okay, copy that, and I am somewhere on a parallel valley, because I feel like I'm in the same place flying westbound right now, but I'm sure you don't see me.
I do not have a visual on you.
Yeah, judging by your audio, I'm a long ways from you. Oh, Al South is giving me a hint. I don't want to look, Al South. I don't want to look.
I asked him to give you a hint.
Oh, you're getting tired of waiting on me, aren't you?
You got a slice of pumpkin pie waiting for me, brother.
Okay, I cheated. I pulled up the map. I see where it all went horribly, horribly wrong. I will be in your location here soon.
I just looked at it at your chat. So you're southwest of me?
Yeah, I am. I just got going up one of those wrong inlets, and so I would have never figured it out. I would have never ever got out of here. So I'll be heading back your way, like I said here. I'm turning northbound, and then I'll be eastbound into that channel, and I'll be right behind you. So if you want to head in and land, I'll probably be in 5 minutes or so.
All right, Roger. I'll wait out here in the main channel for you. I'm just kind of circling this last bit of water here.
Okay, fellow bush pilots, don't hate me because I pulled out my kneeboard.
Wait till Slant Alpha hears about this.
Yep. But you know what? That's okay. It's all part of the deal. So I can go ahead and start to descend a little bit here, and yeah, and out south I probably could have just went back right where I was and just kind of flew right over the top of that hill and joined up with him, but yeah, shoot, don't know how I got I thought this channel is what the problem was. So yeah, that's the issue. So I was actually, yeah, so I turned too soon. I should have kept going here and then turned, well, no, I was actually on the right. No, I wasn't. I was, yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch it and see where it all went horribly wrong. But again, I'd have been okay. So I would have just sat down on a beach somewhere. I got 2 fishing poles. I could have fished and camped all night long. I probably have a tent back here somewhere, sleeping bag. Could have.
So I'd be curious as to, do you think you could draw? If you look at the Sky Vector map, do you think you could draw what your route was?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So when close your stream out with that, I'd be, snip that thing and then draw on it like our friend Slant Alpha does, and I'd be really curious as to what you ended up doing.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of thinking through that a little bit right now, just to see what it was. Where I got sideways, but yeah, absolutely, that's a great idea. All right, mainstream. We just want to follow this essentially all the way up. There will be a right-hand turn coming up here. We want to not take that. We want to keep going up this guy here. Might even go up this way, but we're slowly descending down to about 1,000, and still not out of the woods. I mean, it's fume time on the old fuel tanks. Might have to start tossing like maybe one of these 2 fishing poles out just to lighten the load a little bit here. I don't know. Got it leaned out about as much as I can lean it out, though, so I'm as efficient as I can be. And yeah, not a lot of beaches here to land on, so it might be kind of tricky if I flame out here. So let's just keep it going. Probably should keep some altitude. That's my friend right now. Glad I left the landing and taxi lights on the whole time. It's been kind of a hazy, yucky day out though. weather-wise. But better than I thought. When we left Loch Mill Fishing Camp, initially it was actually raining at Bella Bella, and so yeah, that's nice to. It was nice to just get in there and it was just cloudy. Wasn't storming too hard. And this hasn't been too bad either. So winds are light, 2 knots is all. Last time I was in here, if you remember, which was actually the first time I was really in this plane, I was attempting to take off with like a 19 knot crosswind and it did not go well. Yeah, that's part of what I do like about it, Dakota Pilot. I like the old kind of scuffed up, dirty. It's been through the. I mean, as even as much of a pain in the neck as it is looking through this glass, it looks awesome. And I think you actually have you can toggle that and turn it off if you want, but why would you? Uh-oh. I think Downwind Sim is. I should be getting closer to him here. I'm up the correct channel.
You got a position report for us, Melvin?
Yes, sir. I am nearing the first where we had planned on making the dog leg right and then entering the main channel. That's actually where I'm just about to right now.
Okay, Roger.
So I'm a little further out than I thought I was. I apologize about that.
We're going to have to hold your hand on the next trip.
Yes, you will.
Keep you on a short leash, something.
I blame it on that mountaintop.
I blame it on the landing.
Well, yeah, that's that too.
I think you took off and then got disoriented or something. I don't know. I'm really curious to see your post-flight briefing.
Yeah, me too.
You're the one giving it.
Oh, well, we'll all learn together.
All right, sounds good.
Professor Leroy, class is in session. How to do it wrong. All right, well, we're closing in.
If your students only knew, you're not teaching geography, are you?
I was an old math teacher.
Okay.
Well, Dakota Pilot, thanks for hanging out with me, man. And Trax 360, if you've made it this far, much appreciated. Al South, as always, thanks for hanging out. Al South, I can't wait to get you caught up on some of the stuff that I have going on with the ortho scenery, and I'm learning, man. Appreciate all your help on that. But yeah, I'm doing some things. My only regret was I really wanted to have this area in ortho, but I just didn't have time to do it. So that's actually going to be kind of what I work on. Well, not what I work on. I'm going to set it up to run tonight, and then hopefully tomorrow when I get up, or whenever the next time is that I'm in this area, it'll have the ortho scenery, which will be pretty sweet. Okay. That was initially the dog leg that we had planned on making. Ooh, and I have a phone message here. Hang on for 1 second, guys. Okay, non-emergency. It was a call though that was coming from the university where my youngest son is attending, and so I was like, yeah, hopefully that's not like either campus security or maybe the campus healthcare, whatever the little hospital on campus is, but it wasn't. It was somebody asking for an alumni donation, so yeah, glad I didn't pick it up. Alright, anyways and who's, we need to not take this journey to the left, to the right. That takes us down to the south. Our airport is right up here. I know that now because I'm cheating. I'm using technology. Technology, as everyone knows, is bad. I feel like a failure. The University of Wyoming is where I graduated from. We won't talk about the university that I flunked out of, by the way. That's another story for another time. But I will give you a hint. It is related in some way, Dakota Pilot, to your name. So if you can guess the university that I flunked out of my first year in 3 guesses or less, if I ever get Melvin Leroy swag, I will mail you. Okay, I'll mail you a prize. I will even give you a bigger hint. South Dakota.
And Melvin Leroy, you have a position report for me.
A-firm. I'm in British Columbia, currently in the mountains over water.
Thank you.
I would say approximately 15 miles to the west of the airfield.
Your radio signal is much clearer, so I think you're getting closer.
Yeah, I think I'm on the right track now. I'm using the map. I'm cheating, so I know I'm inbound. But I would say 10 to 15 miles out. So, okay, not the University of South Dakota.
Roger.
Dakota Pilot. That's one guess. That's one guess. You're going to have to go, well, there's nowhere else to go. You're going to have to go west of the University of South Dakota. I was not a coyote. I'll be impressed if you get this, honestly.
Al Sal says, Mel is using amazing navigation skills with good old X-Plane M key. M for Melvin Leroy.
What did I just do here? Oh man. So I just did a barrel roll and I screwed up the suction in my horizon.
Uh-oh.
Vacuum,
That was
sorry.
no good. Hey, I've got Slant Alpha here on my Twitch chat, and Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
Nobody saw nothing. South Dakota School of Mines and Technology. You are correct, Dakota Pilot. All right, Dakota Pilot. I make a pledge on this stream right here. If the Melvin Leroy channel ever has any kind of swag, you will be the first person that I contact, and I will mail you free of charge a Melvin Leroy, whatever it is that I happen to come up with at the time. So yes, that's a little bit of history from me. Yeah, I was gonna be an engineer right up until I hit chemistry and calculus and physics and computer programming, and then I realized I was not going to be an engineer. So what's the fix? All right, Dakota Pilot, just a simple barrel roll, not a big deal. But what's the fix here? How do I get this thing back to where it's supposed to be? Do I have to barrel roll the other way? You're a University of Delaware. You're a Blue Hand and a UMass. Nice. What's the vacuum gauge? So yeah, is it just because I flipped it over and now it's not level? So I just have to, if I do the barrel roll the opposite way, it'll fix itself? I almost crashed last time I did it though. A little nervous to try again. Here we go. Dang it, didn't do it. I think it flipped it over to the other side. Oh no. Wait till I shut down. If that doesn't work when you're on the ground, turn the plane over and shake it. Alright, that's what I was hoping for. Alright, come on. So if I do this, will it not? Just doesn't want to. Alright, well. Note to self, don't do that. Almost acts like it wants to level out. I thought one of the cockpits had like a little button that you could redo the suction. Well, that's going to add to the challenge of this approach. Oh crap. Alright, nobody tell Downwind Sim about what just happened here, but you guys all see that, right? Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. You've got the suction vacuum and you've just tumbled the gyro. So Dakota, are you looking at my map? Do you see what I've just done? I've actually taken another wrong turn even though I'm using the map because of my barrel rolling. So yeah, don't like I say, don't tell anyone that. We're just gonna, we'll see if anyone's actually watching the stream that shouldn't. Well, this will be the one time. Yeah, exactly. This will be the one time I'll be glad that I don't have very many people watching. All right, so that's coming back around actually. So maybe when I make this next turn, I will. It'll flip back into place. I really shouldn't have been doing that with my fuel situation, should I have? Holy crap, I'm getting real low. You don't need it to fly. Yeah, it's just...
Melvin Leroy, you have a position report for me?
Yeah, just a little bit. I should be coming into view here any minute. It's altitude flying, fly-by out. There you go. Attitude, sorry. Fly-by attitude. I've got a port.
So, Melvin, I'm going to hang out right at the end of where the river runs down by Bella Coola, where that river empties into the water inlet.
Roger. I'm just about there, so I'll be looking for you. I'm at, right now, I'm just about 2,300.
Okay, Roger. I'm at 2,500. And I'm looking.
Like I say, we won't tell him why I'm slightly delayed, but I am. He's right here. Yeah, did one of those. Oops. Downwind. If you see this later on, I'm sorry. Don't hate me. Hey, the one thing about having my the gyro kind of screwed up like this, it makes me feel like I'm actually flying a coordinated turn. I don't need to be climbing here. I actually need to be descending. This is going to end up being just like what happened last time I ran this thing out of gas. Is I'm going to be within a mile of the airstrip, and yeah, then that's when I'm gonna set her down. So you are a chemical engineer. That is impressive, Dakota pilot. Like I said, I made it a year and just realized that people were not gonna want to drive on the bridges that I was designing. It just wasn't happening. I do kind of regret, in a way, not going more into hard rock engineering, because that stuff always did interest me. And you know, when I moved to Wyoming, there, you know, after the fact, of course, there was a huge boom that there was a big demand for anyone who had, you know, chemical engineering, obviously, but electrical engineers, geothermal people, hard rock engineers. I mean, anybody that knew what the heck was going on underneath the ground, essentially, they were getting gobbled up. And I could have probably retired 20 years ago and could be just flying flight sim for a living, basically, had I went that path. But yeah, it just wasn't for me. It was, God told me, you're going to go.
I am directly over where the river meets the ocean waterway.
Okay, I can see the sailboats, or what I think is the sailboats. I'm looking for you. I'm 2,300 on the descent.
Okay, roger.
Okay, I should be seeing.
And we're going to be we're northbound, cutting across the channel right now. We're going to be turning toward the west, and we'll be on the north side of the channel at 2,500 for 8 Hotel Sierra.
Roger. I'll be looking for you. Yeah, we're good. Right. Turn off that dirty little secret. And all right, so you see this little inlet looks very similar. The lake turns into a river. We could land, by the way, on any of these sandbars, I guess.
I've got you in sight, Melvin. I'm probably at your 11 o'clock.
Roger.
Okay, go ahead and keep heading up the channel. I'll make a turn to the left and fall in here behind you.
Okay, and we're going to just plan straight in. Whatever be kind of northbound, I guess. Well, kind of eastbound, I suppose. Whatever that runway is, I'll look for it real quickly. But we're just going to plan it straight in.
All right, roger that.
Okay, so that'll be straight in runway 5, Bellicula traffic. Alright, so just to have a little reference there, let's put that on the 5. We are looking good for our altitude. Our speed is out of control. Alright. Our gyro's just about worked itself back into position here, so we're semi able to use it if we wanted to. Oh man, I got the sun behind me, which is going to really pick up the dirt on this windshield. So, as if I didn't need one more challenge, I think this little area here is where we're at. No, it might be up here. I don't need it. I'm a bush pilot. This is true. This is a stunning place. Holy cow, it's just unbelievably beautiful. Can't wait to Can't wait to spice it up even that much more with some ortho. Alright, I see the airfield right there. Bella Coola traffic, Skylane, Bravo Charlie Sierra. We are on short final runway 5, Bella Coola.
Yeah, Melvin, I think it's up there a ways.
I have the runway in sight, my friend.
Oh, perfect. It's a little hazy where I'm at.
I've known where I was at the whole time.
I'm not lost. We have plenty of gas, honey.
I was just telling everybody on stream that the last time I ran this plane out of gas, I literally set it down less than a mile from the runway. That's how good I am.
I would come to expect nothing else from the Melvin Leroy channel. Under the fine tutelage of Slant Alpha Adventures.
I tell you what, I don't know what this looks like. I'm curious to watch your stream, but it looks like this river next to just to the left of the runway would have some fantastic sandbar looking opportunities.
You might have stepped on my transmission. Did you hear what I said?
No, I didn't hear.
I said, nothing but the finest navigation by the Melvin Leroy channel under the fine tutelage of Slant Alpha Adventures. And then I said, well, wait a minute. He has the fuel management down to a fine precision, unlike you and I.
Hey, I've got a new spreadsheet for Bush Pilot fuel management. That's why I'm confident that I'm going to be able to make it.
Slant Alpha says in my chat, the negative 1 minute reserve.
Oh, he knows my secret.
That's right, we got Al South on the ground down there.
Bella Coola traffic, Skylane, Skyhawk, Bravo Charlie Sierra, short final runway 5, Bella Coola. I'm so used to saying Skylane because that's what I have in A to A. But this is clearly not a Skyhawk, or not a Skylane, it's a Skyhawk, which is equally as cool, I think, but distinctly different in many important ways. Yeah, I do love the Skylane. I really do. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of machinery. Alright, well, here we go. Technically, the correct runway for the wind, even though it's a little bit of a crosswind coming from our left, but it's only 2 knots. So it's okay. We should be just fine. We are a bit high, but we have a long runway, so I'm going to just roll with it here. See if we do a little better than last time. Let my tail get away from me just a little bit. That's still kind of an issue when I get on the ground. It's just something that what I end up doing is I let off the back pressure just a little too soon, and then that tail, man, it just catches any breeze and you're gone essentially. All right, so I need to get, here we go. Skyhawk, Bravo Charlie Sierra, we are clear of runway 5.
Bella Coola traffic. Skyhawk,
I'm glad I'm not the only.
8 Hotel Sierra on
Glad I'm not the only
base,
guy that
and
forgets.
then about a 3-mile final for the opposite runway, Bella Coola.
Oh, he's going to come in the other way. Show off. Now this windsock is actually indicating that the breeze is coming off the mountain. So I don't know. That's really weird. So somewhere down here is our friend Al South MIA. There he could potentially be, although there are a few static aircraft down here as well. He has a beautiful yellow Piper Cub. I think it's a Super Cub that he flies. So I'm looking for that yellow bird. Don't see him. I wonder where he's at. All right. Well, we're gonna turn it around. Pick a spot to land. Oh, there he is. All right. Well, so he's not rendering so nicely right now, unfortunately. He looked better yesterday when we were flying around, but we'll pull up next to him. We'll shut things down. Actually, I'm not going to shut down because I want to keep my VATSIM connection, but we'll pop outside here and see if we can. Oh, let's clean up the flaps. Let's see if we can see our friend. Are you landing runway 5 downwind?
Roger.
Let's see if
Short
we,
final for 5.
okay, let's see if we can get him a little bit of a.
Or no, I'm sorry, opposite runway.
Ah, okay. See if we can see
2-3.
him. Roger. Okay, see if we can pick him up here and get a little bit of an overhead view. Oh, there he is. All right. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Yep, that guy, oh, maybe a little bounce. Generally speaking, that guy can really fly the plane. He is a talented pilot. Well, all right, that was pretty dang cool. Really, really, really a fun flight.
Bella Coola traffic. Skyhawk 8 Hotel Sierra is back taxiing on runway 23 to the ramp. Bella Coola.
Okay, cue the outro music here because I need to tell you about what's coming up on the stream here really quickly. Oh, I can't wait. I can't cue the outro music just yet. Pause the outro music. Man, I tell you what, Pretzel Rock's been on a little bit of a psychedelic kick here. I can't cue the outro music because
Bella Coola traffic. Skyhawk 8 Hotel Sierra is clear of the runway. Taxiway B headed to the ramp. Bella Coola.
I need to do the flight debrief really quickly here. And so let me pull this up. And say what you want about my skills. This shows you though that I have some fun doing whatever it is that we're doing. All right, so okay, so on my stream, I'm going to break down what's going on and or what I think happened, and then you guys can give me a hard time.
All right, I'll be right there. Give me a second to shut down here for some.
Now I just lost my deal. So, okay, I need to do a snippet. Let me see. This is totally copying Slant Alpha, which by the way, Windows snip. Okay. If you want a cool dude to follow, Slant Alpha is your guy. Oh, that's not a very good snip. Oh, boy, he's way better at this than I am. All right, this will work. This will work. So here's where it all went wrong. Where's my pen? Red pen. Blue pen. Can I see where I'm at? Where am I at? I'm zoomed in too far. Yeah, heck. So I thought I was coming down. Yeah, I'm gonna have to close this out. This is not. Don't save it. I gotta zoom out here a little bit. All right, let's try this now. Oh boy. Just when you thought this stream couldn't get any more drawn out. All right, we're gonna snip it. Window snip. This window. All right, here we go. Yeah, Al South. Feel my pain. It's he makes it look way too easy. So, all right, blue pen. So we initially we thought again that we were going to be flying this outbound to the little dog leg. I mean, you can see that, and then in. Okay, but what happened to me is I got a little bit sideways here trying to find Ocean Falls. And I think what I ended up doing was I think I came out a little further here than I thought. I think I actually felt like maybe I was like more over here than I really was, but in truth I was down here. Now what that meant was I thought I could just continue, which I was partially right. I thought I could just continue kind of over the mountains here and end up in this main channel, which I did, but I thought that I was actually way further. I think I felt like I was over here at the dog leg. Whoops, I was over here at the dog leg, which I wasn't. I was clear over here. And so when I was over here, that's when I got I again I felt like this was actually this channel here was the dog leg, which it wasn't. And so then I felt like, you know, turn up this little river here, which I felt like was the right way to go. And then sure enough, it started to turn into a little bit of a river. So I thought, hey, you're in good shape. And it even kind of went around this little corner here, which is exactly what this does. It's waterway into a river, which goes around a little corner. And yeah, so we're good to go. Oh, Downwind Sim is rating. Good to have you, Downwind Sim, and Party of 5. So that's what happened. Is in to recap. Got a little turned around here, trying to land. I did do a pretty cool hydroplaning thing though, so that was worth it. Then I think I maybe even followed this waterway up, which, yeah, I don't know. It led me to this waterway, which led me out here. And again, I thought where I was here was actually where I was here. And yeah, so that's what happened. So what happened was, yeah. So we won't even talk about this little guy right here. But ultimately, so the key is really this: is you got these important points here, and you got this area and this area, and if you want to go here effectively right there, what you're going to do is you're going to double team right here to second level. This guy here, he's going to be reach blocking and then trying to seal, and then this guy has the key. He's got to really reach block. And reach block, we can't allow any kind of penetration from the defense this way, or that play is blown up. All right, now cue the outro music. This is what is coming up, and I tell you honestly, truly, I don't know how to get out of this. How do I get out of this? Don't save, please. Maybe I should save it. This could be the first giveaway I am going to save it, and I'm going to send this to you. I'm going to save it as our special moment, and I'm going to send it to you, Dakota Pilot, for winning the first ever Melvin Leroy Guess Where I Flunked Out of School challenge. And so that'll be on the way. I'll get with you. I'll get your information. I'll get your street address, and no shipping. I'll take care of all of it. But all right, what do I have coming up? Like anyone's going to be coming back after this. Well, Saturday night. Actually, it'll probably be more during the day. This time change thing is killing me, by the way. No longer can I say I'm a Midnight Zulu flyer, because that's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon here, and there's way too much going on with the junior first officer. So I think I may have to change that to read more like around 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, except on Saturdays, because on Saturdays I usually fly longer routes, and I usually do it during the middle of the day when the little knucklehead's taking his nap. So anyway, I am going to be in one of those vintage aircraft. I'm going to be back in the L-1011, the Eastern Airlines version of the L-1011, and I'm going to be doing historic routes number 2 from JFK down to Miami. I have 4 historic routes lined out for the L-1011, and I have 4 lined out for the DC-8, and I'm just kind of doing that every now and again. But I promised everyone that I would spend more time in the vintage airlines here in the month of November, and if I don't do anything else, I deliver on my promises. So anyway, that's what's coming up, and hopefully you'll tag along. There were some new faces here tonight. I appreciate that. I appreciate the raid from Downwind Sim, and I hope you don't watch the stream too closely, because I did do maybe a couple things I'm not proud of. Same with you, Slant. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Al South, thanks for coming by. Dakota Pilot, thank you so much. And let's see, we also had Trax 360 jump on and actually fly with us for a while. That was really cool. And then he went off to spend some quality time with Mrs. Trax, which is really what we like to do around here. Is we will shut the stream down for family time, and that's encouraged. So I'm glad you did that. And if I missed anybody else, hey, thanks for popping in, and we will, if nothing else, we'll see you again Saturday afternoon-ish. If you look up my Discord, you'll get the notification. Well, whatever you have to do on Twitch, if you heart the follow or do whatever that, you'll get that notification too. So yeah, it'll be good to talk with you guys, and yeah, that's about all I've got. I'll be looking for you all on the TCast. Until next time, take care. God bless.